Brainstorming, vision meetings, 1, 3, 5-year plans. Very commonplace in business, but what are they actually solving and for what purpose? Uncertainty and questions about the future in business are not necessarily tied to a fixed date and time. Knowing how to achieve your success and how to adapt to meet challenges are all part of long-term planning. Very often is long-term problems met with short-term solutions. Like when my therapist says you got a long road ahead of you for all that childhood trauma to build self-confidence. Instead, I shake up a couple of skinny girl margaritas, put on some Mo Network, I just kind of cry myself to sleep and, think it's going to be all better tomorrow. Using short-term solutions is costly and it makes a company vulnerable to disruption. So in this article, they talk about using, instead of a linear timeline, they're talking about using a cone. First, you have to define the cone's edge, using highly probable events in which you already have data for. The other edge is cut up on how a strategist thinks. Typically, a project lasts between 12 and 24 months. Those are your tactics, or that first part of the cone. This includes things like redesigning a product or targeting a new demographic. I hear all the time from my fiance that I'm a lifelong project. I guess that just makes me special. So all your tactics must fit into a strategy. Since strategies look at the next 2 to 5 years, things are a little less certain. It's very important that you accept uncertainty so you can keep moving forward. So in this part of the cone, you start establishing direction, start defining priorities, allocate resources, and make any personnel changes. Now start with your vision after your tactics and strategy. A strong vision can be formulated for 10 to 15 years out. Things that'll influence your vision are going to be anything that's technical, social, economic, political, any global events. This is where you'll decide where you're going to pursue your research, make investments, and develop your workforce. Liam and Ryan McPoyle wanted to invest in an emerging market, so they of course chose video stores. And your vision must fit into the last category, systems level creation. This is where you hope that your industry and your organization eventually evolves to. Now this is where the most amount of uncertainty lies and no data really exists. I love this part of the cone because if you're in a meeting, you can spit out any kind of nonsense and they will ultimately have to accept what you're saying because you're like, hey, well, if there's data on it, then you can prove me wrong. And then I really paint myself in a corner because I was like, yeah, I can make it happen. And then lo and behold, it doesn't. And I'm currently unemployed. However, as you gain data and collect information on your actions, your tactical category resets to present day. This will allow your organization to continually iterate and respond to external developments. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, start talking to people. And as always, if there's any topic you want to talk about, just go ahead and throw it in the chat and I'll get something going. Thanks.